Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your reading today. We're just going to have a look at the general energies around you, and please remember this is a general reading, so only take bits that really resonate for you. Otherwise, you could end up very confused. So yeah, just take those. If you're drawn to this reading, you're obviously drawn for a reason, so do stick around a little while and pick up what you can. Sometimes it's just a little bit of information amongst the rest that sort of resonates with you, so do please give it a watch. We're going to get started, and let's see what energies around you at the moment, Scorpio. Okay, Spirit, we're with Scorpio, please clear previous energies. Thank you. Right, we're with Scorpio, please. What are the energies, Scorpio, around you at the moment? Scorpio, you're being encouraged to focus on the positive. We'll come back to it in a second. Let's see what the other cards bring. You've got very jumpy cards. There's like a lively energy coming from you, Scorpio. Yeah, wow. Again, we're getting very strong messages coming through in my readings today. Okay, we'll keep those four. So, let's get started. Scorpio, it's a strong message. I'll move these over so that you can see all of them. We have focus on the positive. We have lighten up. And when they come up together, it kind of feels like you're being a bit hard on yourself at the moment, Scorpio. It kind of feels like, you're focusing a bit on negative energies rather than positive, and Spirit are wanting you to lift that energy. They feel like you've got a lot to be proud of yourself for. There's a lot of qualities you have that you really ought to be being very positive about. This is why everything here is, it has like a forceful energy. It's like feeling like I'm lifting a heavy weight. It's really odd, because when I shuffled the cards, the cards that sort of came up, and the cards were very jumpy. It was almost like a tense energy, a sort of a speedy but not knowing which direction to go in type energy. But at the same time, it feels negative, it feels heavy. So Spirit are saying, focus on the positive energy that's around you, focus on the positive energy that's within you, because you really have a lot to be proud of, Scorpio. It feels like you're actually achieving a lot that you're not giving yourself credit for at the moment. They want you to be able to look at the things you've achieved, because that will help bring these feelings of pride. It will help you to refocus, really, and to lift, as I say, that cloud that you maybe have had around you recently. I'm not saying you've been in sort of the depths of despair, but what I'm saying is, that maybe you're looking at things in a more negative way than positive. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to say it. So let's see what the trends are around you at the moment, and then we'll have a look at action steps. So this is like the emotional trends. Trend is my word of the day. I keep saying trends. Okay, we have the loving man. Oops-a-daisy. Again, jumpy cards, Scorpio. What's going on? We need to calm this energy. We've got deserving. Indeed, Scorpio. You're being too hard on yourself. Oops-a-daisy. Please stop throwing my cards, Scorpio. We've got teacher. Yeah, you see? Oh, gosh, we've got conflict. Okay, let's focus on what that's about. We need to look at the bottom of the deck. They've just told me we've got professional assistance. I'm going to pop that just there, which you can't see. It's off camera, but I'll come back to it in a moment. Okay, Pisces. Pisces? Maybe, do you know a Piscean man that's giving you a bit of attention at the moment, Scorpio? Interesting that I just said Pisces. I have just read for them, but that was odd that it came into your reading. So if you have a male Pisces around you at the moment, it could be that they'll be very helpful to you in lifting your spirits. And it could be a friend, could be a parent, it could be another family member, you know, or it could be a romantic love interest who basically just wants you to feel better, you know. So let me know in the comments if you've got a Piscean male around you. I know that the cards, very often when we read, the cards are interchangeable in terms of energy. This still can be. But in this particular deck, we have a loving man and a loving woman. So I would say that this is a male that we're looking at, a male that's around you. So say it doesn't have to be a love interest. It could even be a work colleague. But there's somebody around you that wants you to just be feeling happier and just, you know, appreciate your brilliance, Scorpio, to be honest. You know, Spirit are saying you deserve really good things in your life, Scorpio. You've put the work in. You know, it's time to sort of lift your spirits and, you know, to look at this sunshine, the rays coming from the sunshine in both of these cards, actually. I don't know if you can see that clearly on camera. It's coming from that corner, but look at these rays here. You know, the sunshine beating down on you here, Scorpio, because, you know, you deserve to sort of appreciate the work that you've done and, you know, to do that for yourself as well as receiving that sort of recognition from others. They want you to be proud of all you've achieved, Scorpio, because, you know, others have learnt from you. You have a teacher here, and often when I see this card, it's about you learning things from others. And yes, we all learn things from each other. But when I put this out, this was very much the feeling of you in the teacher energy. And Spirit is saying, you know, you're very quick to pull yourself down, Scorpio. You're very quick to say, well, I didn't do that as well as I wanted. But what they want you to do is look at things much more positively, because in actual fact, the skills that you have brought into your current set of circumstances, or in the, you know, in your life in the past few months, whatever it is for you, you need to be proud of what you've achieved, because there's very much a feeling of leadership here and of other people following your lead. So again, the energy that you put out is really important, because if other people are aspiring to be like you or are looking up to you, Scorpio, then you need to lead them in a positive direction, basically. You know, I'm not saying put yourself under loads of pressure, but you're already doing it and you're not realizing. You know, that's the message that's coming through. You've got to be careful alongside that though, Scorpio, because I do think, you know, you sink your heart and soul into projects, but sometimes you can take too much on. And this is leading to inner conflict. And I do feel it's inner conflict. I don't feel it's conflict with anybody else. But you may be doing a bit too much. And this is why Spirit is saying reflect on your priorities, because, you know, you're probably trying to be all things to all people at the moment and take on too many responsibilities, Scorpio. So you need to be proud of what you've already achieved, but be able to take time out to actually, you know, lighten your energy a bit and have some rest time, because, yeah, I can see this conflict, but it is inner conflict. I have no doubt about that. This isn't a conflict with anybody else. But it's because you're taking too much on. So please, you know, take that step back. Go into hermit energy for a bit. If you're into tarot, just go into hermit energy for a bit and look at what your priorities actually are. You know, are you spending enough time with your family, for example? You know, have you taken the kids out for ice cream, or, you know, been to visit your elderly mum or whatever? You know, what are your priorities in life, and how are you going to prioritize them? Scorpio, and I'm not saying you all should rush around and prioritize family, because it's obviously it's different for everybody else. But what I'm saying is sometimes we can get wrapped up with the activities we're doing and forget about other things that are around us because we're just trying to do so much. You know, so just be mindful of that. Spirit drew my attention to the bottom of the deck, and they've given a card of professional assistance. Now, it could be that if you're, you know, involved in a very busy job of any type, that you could actually outsource some of your work. You know, you could get some help with it. Maybe there's someone that can, you know, do some of the paperwork or do some books for you, or sort out your website for you, or, you know, whatever it is, you may be able to sort of share out some of the responsibilities to avoid this inner conflict, or to help sort that out for you. They did actually say the word counselling to me. So if some of you have gone to a stage where you're feeling under a lot of pressure, it may be helpful to find, you know, an objective person that you can actually talk things through with, because it could be a life coach, for example, a couple of sessions with a life coach. That won't apply to all of you, but for some reason they said the word counselling in my head. So for one or two of you, it may just be helpful to do that if you feel under a lot of pressure. Okay, so let's have a look at some action steps for you, Scorpio. I'm going to just use the tarot, and got these tiny little tarot, and I love them because they're so easy to shuffle. I keep dropping the cards otherwise, and knowing your cards today, Scorpio, being jumpy, it's probably for the best. Okay, so Spirit, we're with Scorpio, please. What are the action steps that Scorpio needs to take? They're ahead of me already. Wow. We have the Ace of Fire, so there's an opportunity here for you to start something new. It is divinely guided. We have a spiritual, an angelic figure in the background here. But, you know, I feel like your creativity is sort of urging you to do more and more, because there's stuff you're passionate about, Scorpio, and that's great. Just be careful that you don't overdo it, you know, prioritize basically. Yeah, we have the Five of Earth here. So, you know, again, you may have some worries moving forward that you're not going to cope with it. You're going to start new projects and then think, oh my goodness, how am I going to manage all this? You know, and we've covered some of that discussion before. Let's see. We have the Magician. So we have a card of empowerment here. It's also about manifestation. So those of you that are into sort of scripting or manifesting, you know, this is an important time. It's for you to do that. This may help you to prioritize what you want to do. But this is very much about empowerment, Scorpio. So again, it's about finding that balance between being passionate about things that you're doing, but also not overwhelming yourself. Because if you overwhelm yourself, you won't be empowered to move forward in a positive way. Yeah, but you know what? These projects that you're starting or whatever you're working on are going to be very successful as long as you keep that in check. You know, it's about focusing rather than being all things to all people, I think. Yeah. They're asking you again we've got the Seven of Earth here, so the Seven of Pentacles. We're asking you, there's some sort of, you may be thinking of making an investment into a project, but they're saying, you know, make sure that you assess it. It feels kind of positive to me, but they're saying, you know, be patient with it, take the time, don't rush headlong into a situation. If you've got a new project you're passionate about, you know, take the time to assess it. Take the time to make sure that you've got people, a support network that can help you out with it, really, Scorpio. But you are on the right path here. I can feel that you're on the right path with whatever it is you're doing. you know, again, we have you in this teacher energy because this is the wise counselor here. Funny that the word counselor came up earlier. But, you know, there may be things that you need to learn in a situation. I know I saw you in the teacher role here, and it may be that you are teaching people skills, or, you know, you're in a, maybe you get a promotion at work or something like that. Yeah, and this is why you need to, again, be proud of yourself, Scorpio, because I do see you achieving good things as long as you get this balance right. Anything else for Scorpio, please? Okay, so we have, again, conflict here. And I do think this is inner conflict. We've got the Five of Fire. Now, normally the Five of Fire is conflict with other people. I don't feel this is the case. You know, you may have some frustrations along the way with whatever you're doing, but I do feel this is the inner conflict. They're highlighting it again, you know. And we have the Ten of Water, which is basically, you know, the best. I love this card. The Ten, this is about being a happy family situation. This is about, you know, a lot of family blessings. This is about feeling totally contented and at peace. Okay, so that is what you're aiming for. It's this inner contentment, this inner feeling of, you know, happiness. But we need to get the conflict in check. So I keep hesitating because I can hear an alarm in the background. You probably can't hear it, but I'm just wondering, I was trying to figure out if it was coming from our building, which has nothing to do with your reading. I do apologise, Scorpio, but I just had to sort of, yeah, crane my ear a bit. I was getting distracted. Anyway, bottom of the deck, what do we have? Oh, here we have the Knight of Fire. Do you know, it's funny because some of your cards also came up in the Pisces reading, so that's quite interesting. It must be the water energy that's around at the moment. But here we have the Knight of Fire. Again, you being confident and passionate about what you're doing, Scorpio. That alarm is getting louder. It's annoying me. I'm going to have to draw the reading to a close in a moment and go and investigate. But yeah, I think we've covered most things because I'm just going to pull another card because I feel like there's another card that needs to come. What's the other card? Yeah, look at this. This is to show you there's going to be a positive outcome. Again, it's an ace card. You know, aces are the new beginnings. If you're planning something work-wise, then I think, you know, this is an opportunity to earn more income, for abundance to come your way and to show that you're really on a good track. You know, you may have some concern over whether you'll have the resources to complete this project, but it looks like you will, you know, and there is an opportunity coming your way. Spirit are asking me yet again to say to you, Scorpio, just try not to take it all on board yourself. You know, it's going to lead to this inner conflict. It's going to, you know, detract from this sort of contentment that you're aiming for. So yes, be confident, be passionate. You are on the right track, but make sure you've got a support network. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. I hope you found that helpful. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this reading. Really helps the channel. And I will check back in with you again really soon. Take care for now. Bye, Scorpio. Bye.